What's going on, everybody? It's your ISO Certified Exercise Transformation Specialist, HFWB CEO Clifton Pope here, and I wanted to make a video breaking down the concept of fasting, because a lot of y'all know how I am about fasting and the wonderful benefits that it provides from a physical standpoint as far as improving your heart health, lowering your blood sugar, helping you out with your weight loss, helping out giving your digestive system a rest to kind of focus on cleaning out the bad cells in the process of autophagy, which is basically like your own eternal vacuum that vacuums out all the bad cells so it could regenerate new cells within the stem cell regeneration that kicks in once you get 3 to 5 days within your fast. Not to mention, all the cognitive functions that it helps improve within your brain, which is another reason why I like to fast. That's probably my second favorite reason. Number one reason I like to fast, because it opens the door for spiritual enlightenment and spiritual reflection. But honestly, none of that is going to make a difference if you're approaching the art of the fast in a very, very wrong way, and in a difficult way at that, because Look at fasting like this. This is how you know you're doing fasting wrong. If you're wired and starving, you're fasting so wrong, and here's why. Because a lot of people like to fast while chugging their caffeine or doom scrolling or stressing out. That's not metabolic rest, y'all. It's energy debt with extra cortisol. And if anything, we should be in a more relaxed rest and digest state while we're fasting versus the fight or flight state that we're normally in, because here's a little secret about fasting. Fasting works best when your nervous system isn't in panic mode, which is why a healthier lifestyle with a holistic approach that I preach on within my exercise transformation program is critical. And I feel like it complements, movement. It complements breathing. It complements thinking more clearly. It complements nutrition, because the way that you fuel yourself up to prepare for a fast and what you fuel yourself up with to break the fast is almost just as important as the fast itself. Because if you're going to break your fast with stuff like, all the bad food, then that just defeats the purpose, and you basically just wasted, hours, if not days, depending on how long you're fasting to begin with. Which is why I always like to say, if you're going to start your fast or the day before your fast, load up on as much lean protein and good carbohydrates like your fruits and vegetables and your healthy fats and your healthy grains as much as possible. That way, you have enough fuel that will allow you to carry yourself through the fast. And then, when you break your fast, here's how you're supposed to break your fast. And this is what a lot of people don't tell you. You always break your fast with either bone broth or some form of fruit or some form of vegetable. You can break your fast, like me personally, whenever I break any fast that I do, I always like to have me a nice little bowl of mixed berries, your strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, a little bit of watermelon, because watermelon is 97% water, which is really good electrolytes in it, which is what the body needs after going through a long period of a fast. So what you do before and after the fast is just as important as the fasting window itself. So that's something to think about, and that's something to remember, because we want to fast strategically and fast wisely, because there's some research that back it up as far as if you're wired and starving, you're fasting wrong. Because according to an article by the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism that they published in 2019, it talks about how fasting during high stress increases cortisol, which can raise blood sugar, and cravings, which in return feeds into obesity, feeds into, your blood pressure going up, cholesterol levels going up, that bad cholesterol that is. Last time I checked, fasting is supposed to reverse insulin resistance, not feed into it. There's been multiple studies where fasting is supposed to help lower blood sugar. help you lose weight, help you lower your blood pressure and your cholesterol levels, not feed into it, right? So here's a statement I want to end this particular video with. Everyone who's watching this video, most people don't really need stricter fasting windows. They just need less stress while fasting. Because when you're less stressed out whenever you're fasting, that's pretty much how you can reap the full benefits from a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual standpoint when it comes to fasting. So remember, the key to mastering the art of fast is always resting the mind, body, spirit, heart, gut, and soul. If you're not doing any of those things and you're still wired and you're still focused on food and you're starving and all that kind of stuff, then you pretty much already lost the battle within fasting before it even started. Because it's a mental discipline type of thing. It's a spiritual journey. And look at it as you're healing your body and giving the major body systems the rest and the recovery it needs, and focusing its energy on cleansing the whole body to the point to where you reset it and to where you detoxify it naturally. There's a reason why, science is barely starting to catch up to what religion has been saying throughout over the years about fasting. And if you think about it, every great leader and every great prophet has fasted, no matter the religion. You can look at Moses and Jesus from the Bible standpoint. The Buddha fasted. The Prophet Muhammad and the Islam religion has fasted. All the great, Stoic leaders have fasted. Not to mention Aristotle, Socrates, any great thinker and leader, they've all have gained this mental clarity and spiritual enlightenment through fasting. And I'm pretty sure they weren't stressed out while they were doing it in the first place, because they were focused on that divine mission, and that's the key. So remember that, y'all, on this particular video when it comes to fasting. And this is your ISIS certified exercise transformation specialist, Clifton Pope with HFWB, approving this message as always. Peace, love, and positive vibrations, y'all.